switch seats.
Yes.
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
Warden,
Yes.
myself, yes. Approval of minutes for March 20th.
Second.
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
Warden,
Yes.
myself, yes. Mayor appointments. Gonna appoint the attorney, Michael Sussman, as special counsel. Can I get a motion? Make a
Board
motion.
resolution 2 is in the packet with regard to the appointments. I believe the first appointee was going to be the village manager, Madam Mayor. Want me to read the resolution with regard to the gentleman?
I'm sorry.
Yes. All right, this is resolution number 1 of April 3rd, 2024. Whereas one of the primary responsibilities of the village board is to appoint the village manager who has the capacity to properly direct, supervise, and manage the day-to-day affairs of the village government and ensure that the residents of this village receive proper services in an efficient and equitable manner. Whereas the members of the village board are familiar with the traits and attributes of James Snowden, who will serve the village as the village manager in 2022 and 23. Whereas Mr. Snowden has indicated his willingness to serve as both village manager and head of the building department, for which he has superb qualifications and experience. It is hereby resolved, the village board hereby appoints James Snowden to the position of village manager and head of the building department and approves the annexed employment contract for him. The board members do have a copy of that contract that they previously provided. That's the resolution that's before you.
I'll make a motion.
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
Warden,
Yes.
and myself, yes.
Second resolution of the mayor relates to the special counsel. And again, I'll just read the resolution so the public is aware of everything going on here as best as possible. This is resolution number 2 of April 3rd, 2024. Whereas the mayor of the village of Monticello is authorized to appoint a village attorney or special counsel, whereas the mayor has appointed Michael H. Sussman, Esquire, of Goshen, New York, as special counsel, whereas Mr. Sussman has indicated a willingness to so serve, it is hereby resolved. 1, the village board hereby approves the appointment of Michael H. Sussman, Esquire, as special counsel for the village of Monticello. 2, Mr. Sussman shall be compensated at the sum of $6,000 a month in consideration of the appointment and fulfilling the duties and responsibilities of the position. Mr. Sussman shall attend village board meetings, prepare resolutions and local laws as necessary, and cover or arrange web covered by qualified members of staff, the village traffic and building code enforcement parts of the village of Monticello Justice School. 3, Mr. Sussman shall provide legal counsel to the mayor, the village board, the village manager, and department heads through the village manager as is appropriate and necessary, and shall represent the village with regard to legal matters with other units of government. 4, should the village board decide to engage in litigation which it wishes Mr. Sussman to handle, it should negotiate a separate agreement with him to cover the costs and expenses associated with that litigation. 5, the village board recognizes that Mr. Sussman is an independent contractor and that it may terminate his retention should it decide to do so with or without cause. So resolved.
I'll make the motion.
Second motion. Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice, Mr. Jenkins,
Yes.
and myself, yes. Richard here. I'd like to appoint Deputy Village Attorney Richard S. Baum. Is he here? No. motion?
I'll make a motion. What?
Second motion.
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
Gordon.
Yes.
You have the treasurer as your next appointment.
Yes.
Mr.
Yeah,
Brown.
yeah.
So there's a resolution that's been prepared with regard to the appointment of the treasurer in the village of Monticello. The resolution reads as follows. Resolution number 3 of April 3rd, 2024. Quote, whereas the mayor of the village of Monticello was authorized to appoint the village treasurer. Whereas the mayor has designated Donald A. Appel as village treasurer. Whereas Mr. Appel has indicated a willingness to serve as village treasurer. It is hereby resolved. 1. The village board hereby approves the appointment of Mr. Appel as village treasurer for the village of Monticello. 2, Mr. Appel shall be compensated the sum of $70,000 a year in consideration of this appointment and the duties and responsibilities of the position. He shall attend village board meetings and in advance of each monthly meeting, provide the village manager, mayor, and members of the board of trustees copies of updated financial statements showing each village account, the sum in each account, and expenses and deposits for that account made during the preceding 30 days, and shall highlight any matter which in his professional judgment demands their attention. 3, the village treasurer shall timely prepare each and every report required by the state of New York, the county of Sullivan, and any other governmental authority, and shall represent the village with all banks or depositories in which village funds are currently deposited, and shall recommend to the mayor and the board of trustees any changes in the current disposition of village deposits. 4, the village treasurer shall review the external audit performed in 2023 for the village of Monticello and advise the board in writing of his findings by June 15, 2024 with regard to the matters considered therein. 5, the village treasurer shall serve at the pleasure of the mayor and shall respond promptly to all inquiries made by the mayor and the village manager regarding any matter pertaining to the finances of the village. That completes the resolution.
Make a motion.
Second motion.
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
Gordon,
Yes.
myself, yes.
It relates to the appointment that Madam Mayor relates to our distinguished clerk. We do have a resolution regarding that. And it reads number 4 of 2024, April 3rd, whereas the mayor of the village of Monticello is authorized to appoint the village clerk, whereas Janine Gandy McKinney has served with distinction and integrity as village clerk since her appointment. Whereas Ms. Gandy McKinney has indicated a willingness to continue to serve as village clerk, and Mayor Massey has reappointed her to this position. And it's hereby resolved, the village board approves and applauds the appointment of Ms. Gandy McKinney as village clerk to the village of Monticello.
I'll make a motion.
Second motion.
Roll call, Gordon,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
TC,
Yes.
and myself, yes.
That completes those resolutions that were written out before the, discussed.
Noted? Any appointment? Yes, we have to do the police chapter. Okay,
Police chaplain, Stella Butler. Evangelist, Stella Butler. It's going to be police chaplain. be reappointing the village engineer, Lynn Smith. Mr. Lynn Smith is gonna be Sullivan County Democrat. The surgeon, Dr. Garfinkel.
Africa's not a surgeon.
Who? South officer is Dr. Garfinkel too, I don't have my glasses. Yes.
Africa's not a surgeon.
Our official bench is gonna be J.P. Morgan, T. Bank, Castillo Hudson, the Sullivan County Bank, Wayne Bank, and Jeff Bank, and TD Bank, and Chase. Police veterinary is Dr. Scott Quick, right?
Gotta wear your glasses to this.
Oh, no. This deputy mayor is gonna be Gordon Jenkins.
Yes. Yes.
Number 10, resolution setting the date, time, and place of the regular board meeting for the first and third Wednesday of each month at 6:00 p.m. in persons at Village Hall located at 2 Pleasant Street. Can I get a motion?
I'll second it.
Roll call, Gordon,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
PC.
Yes.
Resolution regarding the procurement of all goods and services by the Department of the Village of Monticello.
Make a motion.
Second motion.
Roll call, Janice,
Yes.
TC,
Yes.
and Gordon.
Yes.
Myself, yes. Resolution authorize the village manager to allow employees to attend seminars and conferences which will benefit or further the interests of the village not to exceed 1,500. Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second motion.
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
Gordon,
Yes.
myself, yes. Resolution authorizing payment in advance of audit claims for public utilities, fuel, postage, ADP for payroll-related services, countertops and bills, the Sullivan County Treasurer for tipping fees only, and the Medicare reimbursement checks not to exceed $30,000. Can I get a motion?
Make the motion.
I'll second it.
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
Gordon,
Yes.
myself, yes. Resolution directing the annual audit of the village justice court records by the village independent auditors by a bid process. Can I get a motion?
Make the motion.
I'll second it.
Roll call, Gordon,
Yes.
roll call, TC,
Yes.
and Janice,
Yes.
myself, yes. Resolution adopting investment policy for the village of Monticello. Can I get a motion?
Make the motion.
I'll second it.
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
Gordon,
Yes.
and myself, yes. Resolution designating the TD Bank as the depository for the Justice Court and authorizing the village justice and acting village justice to have sole authorization of the accounts therein.
I'll make the motion.
Second motion.
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
roll call, Janice,
Yes.
Gordon,
Yes.
and myself, yes. Resolution designating JP Morgan, Chase Bank, Castillo, Baker, Sullivan County, Wayne Bank, and Jeff Bank, TD Bank as depository for the village, and authorizing the mayor, deputy mayor, treasurer, deputy village treasurer, and village manager to have sole authorization of the account therein.
I'll make the motion.
Second motion.
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
Gordon,
Yes.
myself, yes. Resolution authorizing the bidding process for the village highway sanitation, sewer and water department annual bid items for fiscal year ending July 2025. Bid opening date to be set for Thursday, May 16, 2024 at 2 p.m. for the highway and sanitation department, and Thursdays, May 30th, 2024 at 2 p.m. for the water and sewer department. Can I get a motion?
Make the motion.
Second?
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
and Gordon.
Yes.
Myself, yes. Resolution authorizing the village annual spring litter pick flock for Saturday and Sunday, April 20th and 21st, 2024, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
I make the motion.
I'll second it.
Roll call, TT,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
Gordon,
Yes.
myself, yes. Resolution setting the dates for the Village of Monticello annual spring cleanup from Saturday, May 4th, 12 p.m. Saturday. Senior and handicap curbside pickup will be on Monday, May 6th, 2024, and will end on Thursday, May 9th, 2024, at 2 p.m. This is for the cleanup.
Make the motion.
I'll second it.
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
Gordon,
Yes.
myself, yes.
Let me read the next resolution, Madam Mayor, just so the public is clear on this resolution. Just as a matter of policy, as I understand the new administration, where there's a matter of particular public interest, there will be a resolution which is read to the public. So everyone understands exactly what's going on and can be informed, and if you have comments, obviously be able to make comments. This is particularly true of this resolution, because it's about a local law, and with this local law in New York State, board doesn't pass the local law before there's a public hearing. So if any of you hearing of this local law wish to come out to that public hearing, which will be set by the village clerk and publicized, you'll have that opportunity. This is local law number 1 of 2024, meaning it's the first local law that this board will be considering. And it's a local law to expand the residency qualification for associate village justice for the village of Monticello. Whereas village law section 3-300 requires a person serving as village justice to reside within the village, whereas village law section 3-302A permits the village board to, quote, provide in lieu of any other residency requirement imposed by law that any appointed village officer may reside within a county in which the village is wholly or partially situated, close quote. Whereas the village board of trustees believes that altering the residency requirement shall permit it to consider a broader field of candidates for the position of associate village justice and to ensure the selection of a highly qualified candidate for this position. Whereas the alteration of this limitation for this and only this position shall not deprive any worthy resident of the village consideration appointment. It is hereby resolved that the Village of Monticello Board of Trustees shall be authorized and empowered to select as associate village justice a person who resides outside the Village of Monticello and within the County of Sullivan. Be it further resolved that the village clerk shall forthwith schedule a public hearing with regard to this local law. Be it further resolved that this local law shall become effective as soon as the Board of Trustees adopts it following a public hearing and files it with the state of New York. That's the resolution put before the board for its consideration.
I'll make the motion. Second?
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
and Gordon,
Yes.
myself, yes.
Madam Mayor, the public hearing date will be set for Wednesday, April 17th at 6 p.m.
Everyone in the audience hears that. We have a clerk with a soft voice. April 17th at 6 p.m. That means if you have any view or comment you want to offer to the board about this matter, you can come on that occasion and you shall be heard. They'll be here. Okay? There'll be a notice of it, but we're giving everyone who came tonight and honored us with their presence notice of that. Right?
Number 22, resolution suspending all purchasing and hiring unless authorized by the mayor or village manager effective immediately. Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second motion.
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
Gordon,
Yes.
myself, yes.
Here again, Madam Mayor, we have a resolution of importance to the public. A resolution which is on your agendas for those of you who is number 23. Resolution to apply for traffic study and crosswalk funding, East Broadway and Route 42 through Sullivan County. This is the resolution, and again, some of you may be personally affected by this, so please listen carefully so you know what the village board is trying to do. Whereas members of the community, both directly and through County Legislator Terry Bernardo, have advised the mayor and members of the board of a pressing hazard and danger to public health and safety. Whereas the fundamental purpose of village government is to respond promptly to public feedback and provide workable and practical solutions to issues raised by our constituents. Whereas the issue raised below should be promptly addressed and further studied to determine whether another solution should later be implemented. Whereas Mountain Food at 286 East Broadway is a popular destination in the village of Monticello. Whereas on the East Broadway side, opposite Mountain Food, there are hundreds of housing units with families and children, many of whom walk to Mountain Food, particularly during the summer months. Whereas East Broadway is a busy village-owned thoroughfare at that point with a double yellow line located within the village of Monticello, whereas there are no crosswalks between the housing developments and Mountain Food. Whereas the large number of pedestrians, especially families with children, can cause confusion, congestion, and create a hazardous situation at this location. Whereas drivers and pedestrians have a duty at all times to keep a lookout for one another, whereas New York State Vehicle and Traffic Law Section 1151 gives pedestrians the right of way at intersections with marked or unmarked crossways, whereas vehicles must stop for a pedestrian in a crosswalk when the pedestrian is anywhere on their side of the road. It is hereby resolved that, 1, the Village Highway Department promptly create a crosswalk on the village-owned portion of East Broadway, allowing access to those wishing to safely cross the roadway and shop at Mountain Food and other stores on that side of East Broadway. Said crosswalk shall be of the sort shown in an attached photo, and is a photo from one in a neighboring community. Said crosswalk should be accompanied by signs of the sort shown in the attached photo. The sign is a yield sign, which is prominently placed in the roadway, alerting cars to the situation, warning approaching vehicles of the presence of the crosswalk and the need to yield to pedestrians using it. 3, the village manager is hereby authorized to apply for a federal grant, and there is such a federal grant, supporting a study intended to identify ways and means of improving safety on the village portion of East Broadway, and for funds to implement the results of such study, and to cooperate with representatives of the county, state, and federal governments in improving the safety of all roadways owned by the village and serving village residents. And whereas the village manager is also authorized to work with the Sullivan County Planning Department to participate in the Climate Smart Communities Grant Program, which grant shall be used to develop a comprehensive bicycle and pedestrian infrastructure master plan for the county. And I believe there's also an addition to this relating to 42, and an issue with crosswalks needed on Route 42, which the village manager is also instructed to work on with the highway department. As I understand, that was an addition, made a friendly addition.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So again, everyone in the public should be aware of, have an issue like this, where you believe safety is in peril, please come to village board. This board is going to be an active board responding to your concerns, but we need to know what they are, and there's not going to be a barrier between your concerns and the issues that the board takes up. You're going to bring them here with an understanding that we will act as we can to resolve them. Resolutions before the board.
Thank you.
Make a motion?
Second the motion?
Roll call, Janice?
Yes.
TC?
Yes.
Gordon?
Yes.
Myself, yes.
Thank you, Terry, and thank you, Michael.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you, Terry.
Resolution authorizing the village manager, the village treasurer, the village mayor, and the village clerk full access to ADP payroll systems and software applications.
Make a motion?
I'll second it.
Roll call, TC?
Yes.
Roll call, Janice?
Yes.
Gordon?
Yes.
Myself, yes.
Madam Mayor, this is the last resolution that I have that's been requested by the board and the mayor. This relates to item on the agenda 25, resolution rescinding the termination of Yirmiya Solomon.
What?
This resolution reads as follows. Whereas Yirmiya Solomon well served the village of Monticello as a police dispatcher.
What?
Whereas Mr. Solomon is currently facing criminal charges in the county of Sullivan. Whereas the pendency of those charges does not disqualify Mr. Solomon from the performance of his duties.
For real?
Whereas following the lodging of those charges, the village suspended Mr. Solomon with pay. Whereas on April 1st, 2024, while the aforementioned charges were still pending, Mayor Village Manager Nicolais caused a letter to be delivered to Mr. Solomon terminating his employment with the Village of Monticello. Whereas the village board affirms the principle that a person accused of a crime is presumed innocent. Whereas after review with council, the village board does not believe the accusations currently pending against Mr. Solomon justify either his suspension or his termination. It is hereby resolved. 1, effective forthwith, Mr. Solomon's termination and suspension are rescinded, and he shall be reinstated to his position of dispatcher in the village police department. 2, Mr. Solomon shall be compensated for any wages he lost since his April 1st, 2024 termination. 3, Mr. Solomon may contact appropriate supervisory authority in the police department to receive the schedule as a dispatcher for the village of the Monticello Police Department.
I can't even hold this phone.
I'll make the motion.
Serious? For real?
Second the motion.
For real?
Roll call, TC,
Yes.
Janice,
Yes.
This
Gordon,
is something that's
myself, yes.
right here.
No further resolution.
Public comments?
At this time, this is public comment, and that's just what it is, public comment. If anyone in the public would like a response to your comment that you're gonna make, we have paper up here, and we will give you the village, clerk's email address, and we will respond back.
Floor is open. Public comment.
My name's Paul Walsh, I'm from Rock Hill, grew up in the village of Monticello. Congratulations to this board. Madam Mayor, you have a great opportunity in front of you. I hope that this is an active board and bring the village of Monticello back to what I remember.
Amen.
Thank you.
All right.
Anyone else? Yes, yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Axel Hellman. I'm a founder and manager at a company called Rally Our Bus. We are in the intercity bus sector. We're not a bus company, but we plan the routes, we sell the tickets, but the bus service itself is contracted out to charter bus companies. About a week ago, a colleague of mine contacted the clerk to find out about potential stopping locations in the village of Monticello. It doesn't appear that there's anything in the code about on-street bus stops or where intercity buses should go. So she recommended I come to this public comment, introduce myself, and begin a discussion about the service. It's intended to begin sometime this summer. We're hoping to launch it by the 4th of July. 1 to 2 round trips a day to New York. It's actually an intermediate stop on a route that's currently running from Buffalo to New York. It's going through Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Binghamton. And half the time the buses pass through this way on 17 without stopping. So I'm hoping to begin a discussion. I'll leave my business card, and we can go from there. So I look forward to a productive conversation about this. We did approach the casino about the bus stop location, but really the intention is to service the general public as travelers and not casino visitors specifically.
So just so you're clear, in a village like this, the village manager, Mr. Snow, will be in touch with you because you're dealing with operational matters that he is sometimes in charge of. He'll report to the board, anything that's necessary legally to deal with, but I deal directly with Mr. Snow, who's sitting right here in front of you, okay?
Actually, I can get your email.
We'll be in touch with you, but just so you understand the process. Okay, thank you for coming.
Martin? Gary?
Madam Mayor and trustees, congratulations on your election. I look forward to working with all of you. For those of you who don't know, my name is Terry Bernardo. I'm the legislator that represents District 9. The new trustees and the mayor have a map of the district that shows the boundaries for District 9, if you're not familiar with them. But I look forward to working with you and anything that I can do with you on the county. I want to thank you very much for your interest in the crosswalk. It was last summer that 2 members of the community, Peggy Brock and Esther Greenfield, reached out to me when I was just a candidate running for the legislature and told me that they were concerned about crossing East Broadway to get to Mountain Foods with their children. They did not have a safe way to cross. And I said, well, I don't know what I can do, but I will certainly look into it. So this has been a long time. We've been working to get this through, and the night that you were sworn in, you took it up, and I know that they and their families and the rest of the community is very, very grateful. So thank you, and thank you, Manager Snowden. I look forward to the safe crossings, and thank you to Attorney Sussman, who was also a great help in preparing this resolution. We work close to each other in another village that has some really great crosswalks and safe pedestrian crossing, and I look forward to the same coming to the village of Monticello. Thank you.
I'd like to thank you because you ran for office and everything that you said you were gonna do, you did. You have a newsletter that's out there. If people are really, if she has a newsletter and she's really committed what she says she does. And I'd like to be a part of that. What you did with this resolution to come here, it was so quick and so easy. And I appreciate what you and Michael did to bring this to a resolution to get grant money for what we badly need here. And I appreciate it.
If you'd like to sign up, you can go to legislatorbernardo.com. There's a place where you can sign up. Every Sunday, I write the newsletter and send it out. If you have an event that you'd like me to, send out in the resolution, if there's an issue that you're concerned about, you can also contact me. My cell phone number and email address is on the website as well. If you can't get it, these people know how to get a hold of me. And we're in the legislature the first, second, and third Thursdays of every month. So come by the government center and participate in our meetings as well. I look forward to seeing all of you there.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Do I know you?
Madam Mayor, I just want to say one really thing that the day that I walked into Gordon's store, just while Terry was running, it was an experience of feeling of people who cared about the village of Monticello. Listening tonight to Mr. Sussman and this board, it brings that feeling right back again to the feeling of wanting to keep people informed, wanting them to understand what the needs are, and making sure that we all are involved in the problems that we have. And there are many. And I pray that this board has the strength to follow through, cleans up these streets, works for the children, and brings this community to where it should be again. Thank you, Mrs. Sussman. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nicole.
Nicole, come in.
Nicole. Know me. Hello. But I'm actually a homeowner here in the village, and I've been a lifelong resident. Grew up, went to the high school, middle school, Cook School. What I just want to address is congratulations to every one of you.
Thank you.
And I just really want to address us as villagers. We have to understand that we hear things and see things on social media, and a lot of us run with it.
Right.
We don't know the details and background to every situation that's occurred. So I just ask that you guys be patient with everyone up here and just understand and pray with me as well as them that we can get this village to where it used to be. We used to have camaraderie. It wasn't one person against the other, and now it is. Everyone's concerned about what the next person is doing and quick to pedal the step instead of coming together.
Right.
Until we as a community come together fully, things will not work. So I'm just asking, be patient with everyone. Let them really try to implement things that could really help us as a village.
Beautiful.
Anybody else?
If you have something to say, please, we can't see your raised hands in the back there, so if you have somebody else.
Hi, my name is Deborah Mack. I've been in the community a long, long time. I sat down before when I raised my hand because everyone was really, we were all echoing the same things. And I'd just like to reiterate also that, we are the community. Those of you, if you don't live in the village, you're still part of the community because you probably have family or friends. And all nationalities, we all have to come together as one. We have to respect each other. You might not agree, but let's respect each other. Let's work together because for every problem, there's a solution. Every problem is the solution. But we have to be cordial with each other, research. Where one doesn't know something, let us all work together. Maybe the board doesn't know everything. If we know it, have suggestions, bring it to them. We're not in here for no glory, no status. We want the village to stand whole again. And I'm so proud of the board that's before us. We had lots of boards. I'm not saying the previous ones from years back weren't any good, but we're all working. We have a new one in front of us now.
Yeah.
So let us please work together. Work together, work together, them, the community, and all of us.
Anybody else? If not,
Good morning, everyone, good afternoon. I'm Pastor Mary Ari. I would like to say to the mayor and to the manager and to all the ones that are assembled here. It's a blessing to be able to see all of you that was elected. And we are praying for all of you that you will be able to do the marvelous job that I know you're gonna do. And so just keep up the good work. And we are here to support you, all of you. And we love all of you. And most of all, God loves you. His son Jesus. We pray that all of you.
Hello, everybody. I don't know if we all realize, but history has been made today.
yes.
Do we realize that history has been made today?
Yes.
Our first black female mayor.
Yay! That's right. Yes, yes.
I would just like to say that we thank God for being here. Thank God for my neighbor, my cousin, my friend. And we are praying that you do well, all of us do well, and we're going to do whatever we can to support. And it's all about us.
Yep.
All of us are one
Yep.
in Christ Jesus. So we, as a member, as a village employee, whatever we are in this village, we are important. And if you have a problem, I feel that we should go to them, to the board, and come to the meeting, speak to the board, and let them know how you feel. You might not agree with me, and I might not agree with you, but we can iron it out. And that's what we should try to do this year of 2024.
Yes.
Work together, no matter what color you are, who you are, you have a problem, let's come to the board and try to work it out. Amen.
Anybody else?
Somebody back here.
Get out of that corner.
Rochelle had a did you want to speak your speech?
Yes.
She had it, and she was pretty, we've been on the board for a while here, and she's kind of nervous. She's the first mayor, and she hasn't been in that mayor seat. So she wants to just say a speech, and I'd like to thank all you guys for coming to the village, and we're all gonna work. We all work for you, and it's an honor to work for you guys. I've been on this seat for a long time, and you guys all know me, and we try to address the issues and the problems of the village. And with a new board, just like someone said, give the board a chance.
Yeah.
Please give us a chance.
Yeah.
And I think, and I could probably almost say 100%, you'll see a board that's actively doing something for this community. We have a lot of work to do, and we're gonna do the work. And Michelle, what's your speech?
Can I run and go get it?
No.
Okay.
Say what you feel.
No, I'm done.
Excuse me.
Yes, Reverend Allen.
So like this, I think that you deserve a standing. You're the first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you have to say
Oh, is someone else?
Yes,
Oh.
ma'am.
I just want to say thank you and congratulations to all of you. Truly, I can stop saying I'm going to the circus and when I go into a meeting, I can come to a real meeting.
Yes.
That's all I want to say.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Going once, twice. In the meeting.
All right.
Make a motion. Second.
Y'all ready to get out of here?
Thank you.
I want everybody to continue coming to the meetings.